Whatculture.
I love people. I think people are great, and without people, none of us would be here, because we're all people. It's these little nuggets of information some of us are so quick to forget about. With that said, some of these aforementioned people are, well, stupid. I don't say that in an insulting way, but if you're out there and think that the moon isn't real, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, all you have to do is look up at night, and there it is. There's no trickery going on here. Sometimes this all needs to be outed though. So, I'm Simon from Whatculture, and this is 10 hilariously stupid conspiracy theories that people actually believe. Number 10. The moon isn't real. That's right, I didn't mention it in the intro just to be quaint. This is a real conspiracy theory that many human beings subscribe to. They do believe the moon isn't real. As the theory goes, the moon is just a giant hologram because it's masking something that's behind said moon. Subscribers to this nonsense don't know much more than that, but it does all come down to being powered by a massive electrical system. Now, I don't know about you, but there's already a lot of holes I can pick in this. This is barely a story. It's just crazy talk, and most of the explanations end in shouting and ranting, which isn't a huge surprise when you think about it. Number 9. Dinosaurs helped build the pyramids. What on earth does that even mean? Have you seen Jurassic Park? Ain't no dinosaur helping with nothing. They roam, they snort, they sneer, and they kill. Apart from the ones that just like to eat vegetables. But yes, there is a school in Malta, and its director is convinced that not only did dinosaurs exist at the same time as humans, but also rocked up to Egypt one day to help out with the building of the pyramids. He even claims some religious texts make this very clear. I don't know what he has been reading, but I have a feeling he snuck some extra pages in there, because nowhere on earth does it say that, and for good reason. Number 8. The US government dumped fake snow on Georgia. It doesn't snow much in Georgia. That's just one of those things. Much like if you live in England, it's probably going to rain a lot. It doesn't mean that when there is no water falling from the sky, you come up with some confangled theory about gibberish. Because people can be strange though, after this mythical snow did fall on Georgia, one resident tried to burn it with a lighter. Instead of turning into water, it blackened and filled said individual's nose with the smell of plastic. Of course, this sparked everyone off, with similar attempts happening all over the place, with the conclusion being the snow was both fake and dangerous. Therefore, the US government must have been involved. So we'll just forget the fact that the blackening is soot, the fact snow turns into slush first, and the fact that the plastic smell was the fumes from the lighter. Yeah. Let's just forget about that. Number 7. Yoga is a form of satanic worship. I mean, that downward dog is pretty much a form of torture, but I think jumping to this conclusion is taking it a step too far. But, yes, there are a select few who think yoga is a way to trick people into worshipping the devil, as opposed to just a nice way to relax. A quick trip around the internet, though, does reveal countless stories of people claiming they narrowly escaped the evil clutches of a yoga class because of the evils that lay within. Then they actively denounce yoga, which, to be honest, just sounds like a waste of everybody's time. Number 6. Obama can control the weather, so he's like Storm from the X-Men. I doubt he'd keep that quiet if it were true. That just makes you look like an incredible badass. Probably would have kept him elected for an illegal third term, it's that cool. When the president was under pressure over the IRS scandal though, his administration apparently came up with the best plan ever. To shift the heat to other areas, they used their top secret weather machine to create a tornado that devastated Oklahoma. With that done, everyone just started focusing on that tragedy instead. Now this sounds like I've gone mad, but some people genuinely think that every time Obama screwed up, he used his device to distract from these political scandals, which would make him a massive terrorist really. It is also, of course, all ludicrous thinking. Number 5. Scientists don't want you to know the Earth is hollow. Damn scientists with their lies and deceit. I don't know about you, but I for one am sick of the scientist, especially when they tell me the world isn't hollow, because it most obviously is. Not only that, but you can access the Earth thanks to a handy entranceway in the South Pole. It's a secret kept quiet by the likes of NASA and multiple governments throughout the centuries, and everything we believe about gravity and physics is utterly wrong. For the record, if you nodded your head along to any of that, you need to go and take a long look in the mirror. Very, very long look. Number 4. The US government created HIV. To try and kill off some people, the CIA created the HIV virus and used it on the human race. Somehow, this is a widespread rumour and unfortunately has been touted by a lot of public figures, all of whom believe HIV and AIDS were created by Western scientists. It's not true. because it's just not. That hasn't stopped it from getting far too much steam. What would help is if some people realised the origin of it all, which is from an old propaganda campaign published by the Soviet literally Gazette magazine. I think that sums up the whole thing quite well. Number 3. Denver Airport is the most evil place on Earth. I've never been to Denver Airport, so I don't feel comfortable making a comment on it. But some people are keen to tell me it's the HQ of the neo-Nazis, the New World Order, the Illuminati, and sometimes even the devil. Why he lives there I don't know, but I guess finding office space can be tough. Now, Denver Airport is filled with bizarre artwork and does have a giant horse statue with red eyes, but I don't think that's enough to make the leap into it being the worst place on the planet, yet to some, that's enough. So good for them, I guess. Good for them. Number 2. Saddam Hussein's alien Stargate was the real reason for the Iraq invasion. If only this was true. The Iraq war wasn't started over conflict, it was started because Saddam Hussein had a Stargate and the US wanted a piece of it. Saddam got said Stargate from an ancient alien race and had it in a secret base near Fallujah. It gets better too, because the dictator was going to use his Stargate to let the alien race invade Earth, but the New World Order stepped in to stop that happening. Hopefully Kirk Russell was involved as well, because he has experience with all this. Amazingly, there are actual websites dedicated to this idea. I imagine a lot of them just copied and pasted text from the back of the Stargate DVD box. Number 1. Most of our world leaders are space lizards. Made famous from the mind of conspiracy theorist David Icke, the idea is that the world is secretly run by shape-shifting reptilian aliens who manipulate everything behind the scenes. This cast of crazy characters include Queen Elizabeth II and Barack Obama, who are actually blood-drinking humanoids. Aside from the fact this was stolen from a TV show, which was made up, it has a crazy amount of people that believe it, and Icke's lectures draws crowds in the thousands. A survey even showed that 4% of US registered voters believe in all this, which is why their voting privileges should be taken away. Know of any other crazy conspiracies? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can even follow me on Twitter as SimonMiller316. I'm Simon from Whatculture. When it comes down to it, I'm just a great conspiracy.